Hey, what's going on, you all? DJ Z-Nyce, and we're live again back for the Black Business Expo, and we're doing more and more interviews for the Black Business Expo 2025 at the Norton Sports and Learning Center right here. And in the car with me for TDT Top Down Talks, we got Miss Jamie Keith with LHome. How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm feeling wonderful today. Thank you. This couldn't happen on a more beautiful day.
I know, the weather's great.
God, yes.
Great. So Miss Jamie Keith is with, I'm gonna let her explain, because I don't even want to go. I'm gonna let you explain. You with LHome, you're a business service manager with LHome. Can you explain what LHome is? I know, but
yes,
let people know.
LHome is a mouthful. So let me tell you what the acronym is. LHome stands for Louisville Housing Opportunities and Micro Enterprise. And our goal in founding is based on trying to eradicate the red line in lending and in opportunities for those that are in the BIPOC community primarily, which is Black and Indigenous people of color. But even though we play with everybody. Yeah. We want to support everybody here in Louisville and Jefferson County. But our goal is to help those that have been disenfranchised and left off the table, been given the crumbs, an opportunity to get a for real piece of pie.
Yeah. Yes. And that piece of pie is a piece of property, correct?
Well, actually what we do is help sustain properties. And there's two different ways we do it. For individuals or homeowners, I should say. We do home improvement loans, and we do that so that you can keep your homes in a place that's marketable and, of course, safe and sustainable for future generations. Okay. We also work with people if they have tax liens or tax issues where they're, maybe running behind, because that does take us by surprise sometimes. Yeah. Especially since they have just reassessed everyone's property values. And we do loans for those to help people make it over that hump and not risk losing their home.
Definitely.
Then for business, which is my favorite part.
That's what I like too.
Yes, we help everybody from inception. I mean, sometimes we get tickled because we can see the light bulb on top of somebody's head, walking up with their business ideas, all the way to well-seasoned businesses. We help them with strategic planning, with helping them understand what the dynamics are with their financials, helping them understand how to do what we call back office piece, because everybody makes wonderful widgets, but the back piece that makes you live as a business, that gets murky. So we help with that. We've got business coaches in place, and we actually do loan funds as well. Very low cost loan funds.
LHome, and of course you are special and important to me as well, because this is year 3 that I've been here, and I've DJed for the first 2 years. And what really stuck out to me is like when you got up there and talked the first year, I didn't even know all of this was going on, but I'd seen you out times before and I didn't know what you done. And then the second year came around and I was like, oh no, this is serious. And from your first time I saw you, pushed me to go get my business and stuff in order. I don't even know if you know. I'm just standing right here on TDT Top Down Talk, y'all. I want you to know this. So I got my stuff in order, and then now I'm going with SKS, restructuring my business because I know it was kind of like out of order, and now Nice Vibes is running and going. But I'm still on that back end part, getting the what would we say,
your financials and
the financials get together.
Maybe some of that long range planning, planning, because that's where sustainability is. You can come out the gate really strong. You might even be able to make it on the fumes to the end of the year, the beginning of the following, but then it gets like, you really have to do some planning. That means discipline. You got to sit down at some point and stop doing the fun part that you love so much and do the back part so that you can continue doing that front part longer.
So somebody that just not get into it, what is, I know this is probably, I just came to my head, what is the software that you could probably recommend for them to kind of like dive into a little bit that will maybe help them start?
That's a good question. There's actually, and the reason I'm not going blank, but there's a lot to choose from. Oh no. So from a financial standpoint, there's QuickBooks. That's a favorite. Yeah. There's also free software out here, and forgive me for not remembering their name right off the bat, but there are methods to do that don't even involve software. If you are familiar with Excel, you can create your own spreadsheets to do your own, what we call P&Ls, which are going to be your profit and loss statements and your cash flow statements. You can also speak with your banker because, when you have a business, one of the things that we always tell people, you have to have a business checking account and your personal checking account. Most people try to blend them, and it keeps confusion going really more than anything, because you don't know what's personal and what's business. And when it's time to really prove that you are a legitimate business, you're going to have to stop and separate those things.
So, and that's what I basically, that's what I had to do. And that's where I'm in between. And for the last year, the year last year, I was really separated. I got my business account, and I'm going to be honest, I'm still on the end of the separation part of it.
That's okay.
And I promise I am. And it's like, but it makes me feel good because I know that's one thing that I was personally struggling with. And I have an assistant. Shouts out to Miss Tanisha Washington. And she helps me as well because I know how sometimes I could be, and we're working on our systems, and we have a good system, but it can always get better.
And those things vary from business to business too. Like what you do in entertainment is going to be a totally different approach than people that are maybe baking goods or making products. There's some similarities, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's going to work for your business, and you don't have to worry about it not necessarily looking like somebody else.
So if they wanted to come out and reach out to you all, where can they reach out to you all to get some of these services?
Well, the easiest way to reach us is going to be online, and that would be to go to our website, which is www.lhomeky.org. If you go in there, and then you can look at all information, but if you click the loans button, that will show you the different types of funding we have available. The one that is most suitable to what you're looking for. If you click that, it'll have you put your information in there, and that will put you in queue to be contacted by one of our coaches right away.
All right.
And that's the quickest way. Otherwise, we are always doing whatever we can to be out in public. So like we're here today.
Yeah. Black Business Expo 2025.
Yes. We will be at Russell Place of Promises event coming up next month. We are hosting our own networking event.
Oh, when is
As a matter of fact, it's going to be on Thursday, September the 18th from 6 to 8:30. You want to go on our website, or else you can go on our Facebook page, LHome CDFI, and you can register because we do have limited slots still available, but we'll be at the Biscuit Lounge.
All right.
From 6 to 8:30. Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
I might pull up to that one.
Absolutely. And then we also every month we have what we call the I Love My Business series, and we go on a variety of topics, because sometimes somebody really brand new needs to hear something. Somebody seasoned needs to hear something. So we make an approach that kind of fits both worlds, and we do those every month at, the third Thursday of the month. And normally we have them either at the main library at 4th and York, or we will be over at Black Coffee at 12th and Jefferson.
I love Black. Shouts out to Black Coffee. I love Black Coffee. Matter of fact, I might leave here in a few minutes to get me a coffee.
We love the vibe.
Thank you so much, Miss Jamie.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Listen, I just want to say right here before we get out of here, I might have to start attending to some of these meetings a little bit more or whatever. I just got to make the effort to do that.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you. And they're free.
Yes.
You can't be free 99 for
this is a reoccurring word that I've said throughout these whole podcasts and this TDT Top Down Talk. Free. So many resources right here at the Black Business Expo.
Yes.
If you don't use them, I don't know what to tell you.
There's a whole ecosystem. We all work together in concert to help everyone get where they need to be. So you may need LHome at one point. You may need to talk to Urban League at one point. You might need to talk to the Small Business Development Center, also known as SBDC. You may want to join AMP. There's just a whole bevy. There is a bevy. So check us all out.
Yeah, you heard it right here. Shouts out Mr. David Christopher too with AMP.
Yes.
Congrats. See y'all later.